So I want to talk about the time when I quit making music. Yeah, it happened. And it wasn't just a short spate of time either. It was, well, basically years with next to nothing being made new. Now, there are several reasons for this. I felt at the time I'd reached a level of creating what I wanted to create. However, it just wasn't going anywhere. Now, previously I put my music on different websites, download.com, Reverb, way back in the day, MySpace, Facebook, all the rest of it, YouTube. But it's hard to stay motivated to keep doing music when you feel that not many people listen to it. Now, I used to hand out my CDs as well, just hand them out to people, and I used to be proud of the fact that I could make this music. It was almost as if I'd found something that felt right to me. Now, of course, I've got family. Previous generation, but they were, they had a music career and was getting some traction, TV and so on like that, but that's a story for another day. So, I kind of look up to these people, all this, and it's like I'm comparing myself to them, Now, circumstances around this person's music were different to the way when I was making music. So, their environment. Okay, so opportunities for somebody, this person and family, more opportunities for them and more of a better, environment perhaps growing up, maybe, or just having a place to do music. I think they were at a better place than what I ever was at the same age. So, music production, or being part of a band, more like when young, even just having a place to actually practice your band and stuff like that, put things together, a better environment perhaps than what I was ever able to get, and perhaps some maybe financial backing early on. Now, also there's other aspect, of course, the look, their look and their time. So the type of music they were making was, right for the time, getting traction anyway. So there's all sorts of things as to why they were successful to a certain degree, and I wasn't, or haven't been. Now, I suppose, you could blame this on opportunity, you could blame this on me wasting time, I suppose. Instead of spending time on music, I was too busy getting drunk in my 20s and teens. The whole entire, question, like, what makes somebody a successful musician, a successful producer, a successful singer? What makes a successful band? Now, I think I know what it is now, and I had ideas of, maybe I could do that myself, but things just didn't quite, pan out that way. And so now we're sort of pushing 40 now. So we're late 30s. So being part of a band or a singer and stuff like that, I've tried in the past, it never worked out. Story for another day about how musicians, bass players, guitarists, so difficult to keep together as a band. Drugs, drink, relationship problems, and all the rest of it. So, finding people who are as dedicated as you and being part of your vision this guy in my family, he was a lead singer as well. And so I've had a situation where I'm supposed to be the lead singer. I've got loads of ideas for music and made songs and stuff like that. And I'm looking for a drummer, a co-singer, guitar player, bass player, right? And my main thing is singing.
To be alone because you're so annoying. Don't you know I want to be alone because you're so annoying. Being by my side because you're so annoying.
And the production and music creation ideas, that's my thing, right? However, that requires that other people in the band basically accept you as being the lead. They have to, and that's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because their egos, these people, often at times I've tried to form bands and things like this, their egos kind of get in the way. Now, I know I've got song ideas, and I've made song ideas and music, right? All kinds of different music. Now, my live music playing skills are not as good as an actual dedicated bass player, or an actual dedicated guitar player, or an actually dedicated, drummer.
Just think, fuck it,
You move easily.
just be so damn petty.
Okay, but I can sing, and often sing much better than any of these people, and I'm also making songs as well and producing. Okay, so I know how to make sounds sound good. You could have a bass player and a guitar player. You could have a bass player, a guitar player, a drummer, and a singer, right? And they can play really well. When you hear them live, they sound pretty good, right? But they haven't got a clue of how to get the sound from the drums, from the guitar, and then mix and master it and the rest of it. Production, on top of production, it's engineering and sound engineering, sound design, mastering, right? So while I'm not, probably not as good as these pro studios that have all the hardware, I know how to make a track sound good from sounding, from raw recordings. Get your de-essers, compressors, how to mix things properly, how to pan things, all the rest of this stuff, okay? How to lay vocals, comping, how to position the microphone from the instrument, or your mouth if you're singing, because I class your mouth and your singing and your body, chest, whatever. All the parts are included inside of making a musical tone from your mouth, not including whistling and humming. Yes, including humming. Whatever. Your singing is an instrument. Okay. So you need to know how to distance it from the microphone, otherwise you're going to get fuzz. And the right microphones and the skills to take that audio from the raw recordings, someone playing guitar, someone playing bass, someone playing the drums, and someone, backing singers in with it, moving notes around, time stretching, all the things that are involved in production that these, dedicated bass players, dedicated drummers, and dedicated musicians, they don't do production.